What a matchup we have here in the... Front court break.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Deadly backcourt pair of Booker and Beal. Durant is out there with Dunn, and it's Richards in at the center position. Now here's Durant. Pass to Dunn. Back to KD. Clock at 6. Dunn with a screen on DiVincenzo. And it's Kevin Durant with the three. Durant's got the first bucket of the night, a three-pointer for Phoenix. And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, GA?
Thanks. I caught up with Chris Finch. Their plan, such as it is to make Kevin Durant uncomfortable. Force him to take shots instead of giving him the ones he wants. Coach said it's obviously easier said than done. But if you let Durant get hot, forget about it. He can take over an entire game. We'll see if they can execute defensively. Back to you.
Thanks, David. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Got a piece of it. And stolen by DiVincenzo. It's stolen by Gobert. Durant, the pass to Booker. The tray. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
I can't believe he missed that three. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be given.
DiVincenzo can't hit it. Suns have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Craig in the process to bring in all their stars. The Suns don't have a lot of ways to add players in the near future.
Yeah, they don't control their draft picks for the next few years. That was part of the price for Beal and Durant. They'll have to be very shrewd to add rotation pieces to help them win. And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Yeah, and sometimes that's just how it goes. But also, we got to give credit to the defense. They're not making it easy out there.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
A nice shot by McDaniel.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
Booker against Edwards. It's stolen by Edwards. The three for DiVincenzo. A three-pointer is right on target. DiVincenzo's got 5.
Great feed. Edwards has such a complete game. He's much more than just a scorer.
Booker the pass to Durant. Back to Booker. KD a screen on Edwards. 6 on the shot clock. The 8-footer. And too long on the shot.
I think he got the shot he wanted inside, but somewhere on the play, he just lost focus.
And finished off by Gobert.
And the slam, if Rudy gets that ball anywhere near the rim, he is going to finish it. Booker
inside, Edwards there, and here's KD for 3. Rebound, Minnesota. We've got 1:18 left here in the opening quarter. Edwards with the screen. DiVincenzo kicks to Edwards. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
Well, look, Edwards plays with a lot of confidence, which makes him deadly off the catch.
Durant with the screen on Edwards. Booker in the post. Edwards defending. And here is Durant. He's got 6. Pass to Richards. And they get it. And the layup is good.
Oh, great feed by Durant. There's way more than scoring to his offensive game.
DiVincenzo with the screen on KD. Great open look there.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Booker. Still without a basket. Bucket is good.
It's almost effortless for Booker this close in. He just drops the ball in the bucket.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's DiVincenzo. He's got 5. Edwards a screen on Booker. And he drives in.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Timberwolves ahead, up. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's quickly break down the game we're watching with the Timberwolves, guys.
Well, they use the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they've dictated the pace to this point, looking to run at every opportunity.
Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Handle out there with Gobert, and it's DiVincenzo in at the 5. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And always hovering around the 50, 40, 90 mark, Kevin Durant is both prolific and Greg efficient.
And Kevin, you want to talk about guys in this league who make winning plays time and time again? KD is right at the top of that list.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Rudy Gobert continues to embrace the challenge of elite rim protection. He said competition is what it's about. Sometimes I'm going to get dunked out, and sometimes I'll get the block. But I'm not going to stop coming and doing what I do. I'll be there every time. Kevin?
David, just like you. Thanks so much. Now here's Booker. Greg, their offensive approach has been rock solid here.
And they're finding the weak spots in the D and attacking it.
On the wing, DiVincenzo. Three-pointer. And it's KD with the rebound. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Booker dishes to KD. Can't connect from short range. The Timberwolves have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. And Randall throws it down.
Not enough defense there. Allowing Randall to get that close is a recipe for disaster.
Now here's Booker. It's stolen by Edwards. And Edwards with a clear path to the basket. Edwards careening his way to the rim.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
A sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that much.
Durant with it. Picked up by Edwards. Floats one. Here's Richards. Takes it off the glass. Richards got 6.
And if I'm his coach, I'm very pleased with this kind of energy on the offensive glass. Textbook play.
The muscle from Edwards. Hey, Stan, I've always wondered, back when you were coaching, college or pro, what was your defensive philosophy?
Well, I think, first of all, Kevin, we always wanted to take away the easy baskets. In other words, We're going to get back in transition, not give away fast breaks. We are going to try to protect the paint and make sure we're not giving away layups. And we didn't want to foul unnecessarily and give away free throws.
Dunn with a screen on Gobert. 4 on the clock, and he gets the bucket.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Here's DiVincenzo, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And he gets the whistle. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
Bradley Beal taking 2 shots. The play will be reviewed under
The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Nailed from three-point land.
KD could sit out there all day and nail threes if the defense lets him.
Edwards kicks to Gobert. Fires the 3. Rejected by Booker. And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
46 seconds left in the first half.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Pass to Edwards. The 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. 23 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And that one is good from Bradley Beal.
Yeah, offensively, Beal is a smooth operator.
The 3 for DiVincenzo. Buries it from three-point range. DiVincenzo's got 12. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game, just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Fast break, Minnesota. And finished off by McDaniel.
Just no chance there for the defense. Major size disadvantage. He's got no business trying to stop that slam. Just get out of the way.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Nice game. Great performance by Dante DiVincenzo.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
So with Durant sitting on the bench, this is Mike Budenholzer's lineup. They've got Martin, Plumlee out there with Bull. Then there's Grayson Allen. And it's Jones in at the 1. Timberwolves leading by 3. And the defense of the Timberwolves stand as good as it gets.
Well, Kevin, they can compete with anyone when it comes to size. Not just up front, but on the wings. They're long and athletic, but it all comes down to execution, and they get it done.
And there's Martin. That's good on the assist by Jones. Martin's got his first points of the night.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break. That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Here's Jones. Reed with the block. And there's the drive.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Outside, Jones, pass to Bull. Plumlee sets the pick for Bull. Back to Jones. Shot clock at 6. The Suns need to get a shot off. Plumlee, Reed with the rebound. Timberwolves leading by 6. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
Well, for him, it hasn't been a big night. With his reputation, they've used him more as a decoy.
Kicks it out to Allen. They need this. Here's Bull. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Assisted by
Yeah, inside, Bull does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
You know, Stan, it sometimes seems that coaches get themselves ejected on purpose to fire up their team. Am I on the right track there or not?
Well, Kevin, certainly it happens with some guys. There have certainly been guys, Jerry Sloan, Don Nelson, who would do some of that.
How about you? How about you?
Now, Kevin, you know me. All I always ever tried to do was help the referees because we all just want to get to the right call, and I could help them in that way.
You did all the time.
As much as I could, but they were not receptive.
Suns trail by 6. Outside for Martin. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Here's Bull. Count that bucket. Bull's got 4 points in the quarter.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Here's Minot. Out to Miller. Ingles with the screen for Miller. Reed with it. He's guarded by Plumlee. Another miss by Minnesota. For Phoenix, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Hey, Coach, what about Naz Reid after going undrafted back in 2019? He is really showing him, isn't he?
Well, Kevin, what a story. Uncommon skill level for a player of his size. He can shoot the ball. He can handle the ball. He's got a lot in his arsenal.
Here's Minot. He's guarded by Plumlee. They get it again. Pass to Reed. Takes a 3. Drills it from outside. Reed's got 5.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Count that one in, and the Timberwolves lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Bull.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
A wide open look for Plumlee. And now running up the court, Ingles pushing it up. Reed with it, and it's Martin picking him up. Reed the pass to Miller. Reed with a screen on Bull. Here's Minot. He's guarded by Plumlee. Back to Reed. No good on the 3. And up the court come the Suns on the break. Allen's shot is off. Gets it off. He can't get that one. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. But Timberwolves on top, up 5. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, he really just helps tie this team together. They know they can count on him to set them up.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Handle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
Really like how Durant is playing tonight. Going for his. This guy is just so unreal.
DiVincenzo against Booker. Edwards with the screen for DiVincenzo. Out to Edwards. Back to DiVincenzo. Hits it from three-point range. And the Timberwolves lead by 6.
Well, excellent read there by Edwards. He saw someone had a better shot, and he got them the ball.
Booker. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
Well, it shows you how crucial communication is. They clearly weren't on the same page there.
Timberwolves leading by 6. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Defended by Booker.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Durant finds Richards. With 3, Booker. Offensive rebound. And he bangs it home with one hand.
There's no bigger play in a close game than a putback slam.
Oh, and that one's got them all hyped up. Wow.
Yes, some guys shrink in big moments, and some rise to the occasion.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
Yeah, they're not pulling any punches here. Even the guards are attacking the basket.
A 3 for DiVincenzo. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall. And now a 9-point Timberwolves lead. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up block shots.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
DiVincenzo kicks to McDaniel. Going inside and finished off by McDaniel.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
Yeah, to put together this kind of performance at both ends of the floor on the road, it's impressive.
And we're so used to seeing KD light it up from outside. Found great positioning and then delivers.
McDaniels passes to Randall. Got a piece of it. Booker outside.
2 minutes in the game. 2 minutes.
Beal against Edwards. Durant kicks to Dunn. Booker in the corner. And stolen by DiVincenzo. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. No good with the triple. And here's KD for 3. Gobert pulls it in. Minnesota leading by 9. McDaniels in the post. He's covered by Beal. A nice shot by McDaniels.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
For 3, Edwards. Bucket Edwards slotting home for 3.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Booker dishes to KD. Dunn with a screen on McDaniels. Back to Booker. Clock at 6. On the wing, Booker. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. From past the arc.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for Minnesota.
This is a game where the defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
And it's done penetrating.
And when Gobert is playing with this kind of aggression on that end, there aren't many better at defending.
3-pointer, Randall. Doesn't go that time. And stolen by DiVincenzo. So it's Minnesota winning this one easily. Even. All right, David, thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. First team.
But eventually, I'll get there. I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the beer. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him
Clark, this is a mismatch, but the game is played on the floor.
I see where you're going with that, BA. When I look at the talent disparity between these teams, it's wide and deep. It's a chasm. So I see no opportunity for any kind of surprise here.
So the Houston starting five. Tari Eason is out there with Alperon Şengün. Then it's Dylan Brooks. Then it's Green. And it's Thompson in at the 3 slot. Now here's Edwards. Pass to DiVincenzo. Just 5 to shoot. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Green. And Edwards puts up a deep 3. The long distance 3 is buried.
Well, Edwards looking almost automatic there. Didn't wait too long to put that shot up.
Now Green. Pass to Thompson. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. And here's Gobert. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's a 3-point game. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
The kick out to Edwards. And stolen by Green. Driving in, and it's hammered home by Green.
Once he takes flight, Green can make some incredible moves in the air.
Green against DiVincenzo. Ooh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Gets the 3 to fall. DiVincenzo's got 5 now.
Well, DiVincenzo knows how to create for himself. Finds an opening and quickly takes advantage.
Green with the ball. Randall's in his pocket. Here's Brooks. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good. For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. DiVincenzo against Green. Nice shot by DiVincenzo. 7 points in the game.
DiVincenzo with the nice touch on the inside shot. Boy, he really knows how to make it work at close range.
Şengün, a screen on DiVincenzo. And it's Brooks missing. Minnesota leading by 6. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Rockets showing improvement. Head coach Ime Udoka said, quote, when you rely on your young guys, you're constantly trying to instill habits that'll carry them for the rest of their careers. It's mistakes and tendencies you have to try to break continually. Just stay positive. We see glimpses of how close we can be.
All right, Allie, thanks for that.
Already an intelligent playmaker, Thompson moves the ball well for a rookie.
Green against DiVincenzo. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Clark, what catches your eye about Jalen Green at a fundamental level?
Well, it starts with his pure explosiveness. That just jumps out at anybody because he's jumping over everybody, okay? The way he can get up and down the floor and hang and lift. And that's what stands out, his athleticism. And he's actually rounding off some of the rough edges in his game that makes him kind of scary as we go forward.
And what I like about Thompson, along with the high-level athleticism, he has a high-level feel for the game. Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Here's Edwards. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. And from what we've seen so far in his career, Anthony Edwards wants to be that guy in crunch time, Clark.
Yeah, I love his mentality. Not only in that he wants to be the guy, but he also wants to elevate his teammates. And he plays the game with an exuberance and a joy and a freshness that is, quite good to see. But I like his attack mentality and his willingness to step into leading his team by example at both ends of the floor. Fighting to earn the second chance opportunity on the foul shot. This is exactly what Coach wants from Şengün.
Now here's DiVincenzo. 7 points in the game.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
Here's Eason, following the score by Minnesota. It's Eason with the jam.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Edwards. Brooks with the rebound.
You look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
Green with a screen on Randall. And here's Thompson for 3. Doesn't go that time. And so it's Dante DiVincenzo making things happen for the Timberwolves. Hunting. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And when you consider how Minnesota is doing, guys, your thoughts?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
Yeah, and so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
So the Houston 5 right now. Amen Thompson out there with Tari Eason. Then there's Alperen Şengün. Then it's Dylan Brooks. And it's Green in at the point. DiVincenzo can't hit. Houston with the ball. Thompson with it. He's picked up by Edwards. Thompson passes to Şengün. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
Here's Brooks. From downtown. And Houston, another 3.
And you got to at least honor Brooks' three-point shot if you're the defense. I mean, he is more than capable of connecting.
The Rockets went from 22 to 41 wins last year, finishing right at 500, Clark.
Great progress by Houston. Just missed the play-in in the West. They would have easily made that same play-in tournament in the East. A huge step forward for the Rockets, no doubt. And I think it's a team that can sustain that trajectory.
Now here's Brooks. He's got 5, 4 on the clock. Let's go with a 3. Randall pulls down the board. Timberwolves trail by 3. It's McDaniels on the wing. Here's Gobert. Playing to his strength. Gobert inside.
From in close, it's game over when Gobert has the ball.
Second quarter, a little over a minute and a half in. Green, the pass to Şengün. Off target with the 3. For Minnesota, they've gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Ooh, poked away, and it's out of bounds to Minnesota. For 3, DiVincenzo. Brooks with the rebound. The Rockets have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Fast break, here we go. Randall, good.
Good find that time by DiVincenzo, an unselfish player always looking to make the extra pack.
Green against Edwards. Green in the post. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. Randall finds McDaniels. Takes it inside. Yep, that one goes. Now it's a 3-point Timberwolves lead.
Determination there from McDaniels. Love seeing that. Refusing to be denied on the drive.
All right, Clark, how about Rudy Gobert? What consistency rebounding the ball.
Yeah, averaging double digits pretty much every season, BA. And that helps them in the battle of possessions, obviously. And it also helps them control pace. You've got a guy who eats glass like that and defends at a high level. You got something real good for yourself.
Now here's McDaniels. Out to DiVincenzo. Just 5 on the clock. Drills it from deep. DiVincenzo's got 12.
No question about it. DiVincenzo has found his rhythm tonight, making it look easy on offense.
Randall pulls down the board. Here's Minnesota. They're rolling here. 9 unanswered. McDaniels passes to Gobert. Outside Edwards. Gobert with a screen on Green. Back to Gobert. The 3, DiVincenzo. The Rockets pull it in. Şengün's got 4 rebounds now. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Outside for Green. From the arc. The Rockets with another miss. Minnesota leading by 6. And there's the call on Jalen Green. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
1:06 left in the first half. McDaniels passes to DiVincenzo. The 3 is up. Knocks down the triple. DiVincenzo's got 6 points in the quarter.
And there's DiVincenzo with the quick trigger. Cannot give him any room defensively. You've got to eliminate his airspace.
And it's hammered home by Green.
A dynamic finish, then decides to hang out a little for good measure.
Yep, that's the exclamation point right there.
We've seen those kinds of plays get them going in the past.
He gets it in there. Gobert's gotten his 2nd bucket of the game.
Wow, Gobert must have really been feeling it to take such a quick shot.
Here's Eason. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. If you look at rebounding rate, Tari Eason is one of the best in the NBA, Clark.
Yeah, you think about rate, it basically looks at what percentage of rebounds do you get while you're on the floor, and Eason is prolific in terms of boards per minute. Uses his 6'8" frame well. He's gobbling up rebounds at well under 1 every 3 minutes. That's a lot of heavy lifting there, folks.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Shot clock at 6. DiVincenzo with a screen on Eason. McDaniels passes to DiVincenzo. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. DiVincenzo's got 17. Outside, Green. Brooks from outside. Oh, at the buzzer!
Wow! I didn't think he was going to get it off in time. Oh, wow.
I agree. I mean, and to have the composure to lock in and get off a shot he feels confident about, that's good work.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple and we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. It's been quite a game for Donte DiVincenzo.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Nas Reed out there with Miller. Then there's Mike Conley. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Minot in at small forward. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half. And it's a completely new group for the Rockets. So it's the Rockets now. They trail by 7. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And on the offensive end, this is how Adams hurts you. You have to be aware of where he is at all times.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
BA, Fred VanVleet said, I've been a leader on pretty much every team that I've ever played for. I'm a leader in life. It's just something you either have or you don't. Something you got to work at. Some guys will gravitate towards it and some won't. Brian, is it that simple?
Well, I think most of his teammates value what he has to say, for sure. It's his first trip to the line. That free throw good from VanVleet. And how about the Fred VanVleet story? From undrafted to all-star and NBA champion.
It's one of the remarkable journeys in the history of the league. There are a number of guys that have gone undrafted and ended up being all-stars and champions, but you think about it, one of the things they have in common in my mind, BA, is a real understanding of who they are and what it's going to take to be successful. And then the willingness to put in the work and not be distracted by naysayers or the glamour of being a pro. They've got a real anchoring as to who they are and what their business is about, and then they maximize their ability. That's Fred VanVleet in a nutshell.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
Pick by Smith for three, and that one's good. VanVleet for three. VanVleet's got 5.
And this is what VanVleet is known for, a volume three-point gunner who shoots it well.
And the call will be against Fred VanVleet. That's his first foul of the game.
I have to admit, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
No problem for me with that call. He was still sliding right there.
A slam dunk by Reed.
Once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
Conley against Tate. Adams. Back to Tate. Smith passes to VanVleet for the tie. And the shot is good. Drop it in off the front of the rim. He's got 7.
And clearly from mid-range, VanVleet seems pretty comfortable. As long as he likes the angle, that's a shot he can make.
Conley against VanVleet. Conley looking for an opening. Clock at 6. And they pick up 2. And the Timberwolves lead by 2. Grant, when you talk about consistency and officiating game to game, you think there's room for improvement?
I do think so. They're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes legal guarding position would help players and officials.
2 minutes remaining.
Now here's Whitmore, covered by Alexander Walker. Here's VanVleet. He hits it just before the shot clock expires. VanVleet's got his 3rd bucket of the night. For 3, Conley. The Rockets pull it in. 3rd quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Dillingham's checked in for Conley. Now here's Whitmore. No made baskets yet. VanVleet outside. Back to Whitmore. 4 on the clock. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. Minnesota's got nothing to fall from outside in this 3rd quarter. After years of finishing at the bottom of the West, things are looking up for the Rockets, Clark.
BA, they've done a really good job of drafting and developing players. That combination can allow you to move forward. And along with signing complementary veterans, that adds to the mix as well. And they've done a nice job. And they've got future draft capital, too. So the Rockets are certainly on the rise.
And the Rockets going with a whole new group out there. 1:07 left in the 3rd quarter. Here's Dillingham. High post Reed. Miller outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Goes back up. Outside Reed. And another shot. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That's on Steven Adams. Minnesota shooting their second and third free throws tonight. Clark, with Minnesota being a major player in the West now, Wolves Nation is howling.
Howling and growling, B.A. That's the name of their fan base. And, yeah, they're excited. And for good reason. Not only is this team competitive, but they can be downright dominant at times, especially at the defensive end of the floor. Easy group to cheer for.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way, and they're not happy with the call here. Coach has given the signal. He's going to use his challenge. Probably a good idea in such a close contest.
Alexander Walker. 1 shot. The plays on the video review and the NBA rules. There will be 2 minutes to review the play.
Still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And that one's good. Whitmore.
Athleticism showing through from Whitmore. He doesn't need much room at all to operate in close.
Into the lane. And he takes that one up and powers it through. Extremely competitive game thus far.
Yeah, 6 lead changes in total. I expect there to be more to come.
This is his second trip to the free throw line in this one.
Yeah, those were fine numbers he posted at the line. It was hard to find fault with anything he did from the stripe.
And the second free throw is good.
He really wanted to capture the lead there, but on the bright side, at least the game is tied.
Edwards a screen on Van Vliet. For 3, DiVincenzo. No good on the buzzer beater. At the end of the third, the score is all even. Both teams absolutely. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. So on the floor for Houston, Dylan Brooks is out there with Jalen Green. Then it's Tari Eason. Then there's Alperon Şengün. And it's Thompson in at the 3 spot. He buries it from 3.
Green getting very aggressive on the perimeter and really good concentration as he focused on his shot.
Nice shot by DiVincenzo. Tremendous momentum building toward those final possessions.
Yeah, with 8 lead changes so far, it feels like this is going to come down to the last shot.
Here's Green. Oh, misses the dunk.
Trying to show off for the fans and give them their money's worth, just couldn't finish.
Randall a screen on Thompson. Outside, DiVincenzo. Edwards, a pass to DiVincenzo. They get it again! Gobert with a screen on Thompson. Here's DiVincenzo. Ooh, Thompson with the block.
Decent reach and solid instincts, allowing Thompson to get a hand on it.
Edwards against Eason. Oh, there's the alley! And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Oh, Amen Thompson. Incredible verticality.
The 3, DiVincenzo. The dive for the ball. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. Edwards against Brooks. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul.
Tough one. In a game where every possession is valuable, turnovers can make the difference.
And Chris Finch has called timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. He was very encouraging with his guys, saying to them, we are still in this one. Don't give up right now. Get out there and let's grab this lead from them. Guys, let's see if the intensity picks up here.
And Allie, thank you for that. Edwards against Green. Pulls it. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Edwards. Edwards muscles it inside. Wow.
Edwards just doesn't allow defenders to bottle him up. Great focus and persistence.
If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there. And, of course, that one was just crazy.
And out of bounds. The Rockets will take it. Houston has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Outside, Green looking to get it going.
Oh, what you say? My goodness. Come on now. It's as though Green always has more left in his tank. He digs deep and finds the bucket.
McDaniels a screen. DiVincenzo against Green. DiVincenzo can't hit. Houston in the lead. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Out to Thompson. 5 to shoot. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. And it's Edwards with the ball for Minnesota. Takes a 3. The triple hits for Edwards.
You expect he's going to find a way to pull through in the clutch.
Outside, Green. Pass to Eason. On the wing, Thompson. Green for 3. Oh, the trifecta!
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Now here's Randall. And here's Edwards. DiVincenzo with the screen on Thompson. Here's Edwards. Oh! Edwards packs it home!
Seems like Edwards never stops competing and believing right until the final buzzer.
Edwards against Green. 24 seconds left in the fourth. Here's the teardrop. Thompson's shot is off. The ball's knocked loose. Eason finds Thompson. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
And I love it. Challenging the bigger defender and showing plenty of heart.
Well, the size mismatch is no problem for this fella guy. I mean, how much do you like seeing that aggressiveness from him?
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. All right, what are the considerations at this late juncture?
They've got one last chance to win it. It's got to be a catch and shoot off the inbounds play. They don't have time for a second pass.
Oh, Brooks with the steal. And so the big win by Houston in a tight game. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown fans.
They really should take this win to heart. When the
the backboards.
Kevin, that battle inside is not for the faint of heart. A little furniture moving inside, if you know what I mean. That's just part of it.
Here's the starting group for Houston. They've got Tari Eason. Green is out there with Dylan Brooks. Then it's Alperen Şengün. And it's Thompson in at the 3 spot. Now here's Durant. Şengün with the rebound. Here's Eason. And the dunk by Eason.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Here's Dunn. Pass to Richards. Out to KD. Goes up again. Back to Dunn. Got a piece of it. KD passes to Dunn. Just 5 on the clock. And Thompson sends it back. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list.
Oh, my goodness, man. That is a dunk contest worthy move. Green just putting on a show right there.
Now Booker. And he lays it straight in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Here's Green. He takes it in.
You don't want to jump with Jalen Green. That's rule number 1. And rule number 2, you don't want to jump with Jalen Green.
Here's Booker. Outside for Beal. To the inside. No good. Great defense that time from Şengün. And here's Booker. Pass to Richards. Booker. And Booker able to finish.
Yeah, and that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? And Thompson kicks to Şengün. And Şengün throws it down.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
Done outside. It's Durant on the wing. Fires for 3. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
The confidence that Durant has in his three-point shot is something special. He doesn't doubt his selections at all.
Green kicks to Brooks. 1:41 left here in the first quarter. Eason, a screen on Beal. Brooks misses. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. You talk about reputations, RJ. Few have one like Dylan Brooks.
I'll give it to this man. He is fearless. He doesn't care if it's Steph, LeBron, his mom, whoever. Dylan is trying to get in their heads. You want guys like that on your side.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Alperen Şengün is a weapon on the block. Coach Ime Udoka said there are not a ton of true low-post threats in the NBA nowadays. Joel Embiid, Jokic, I don't know how many others there are anymore. Alpie's had success against pretty much everybody that's guarded him. Kevin, his footwork is indeed high level.
DA totally agree. Great footwork. Moves on moves, I've always said. On the line, and the shot goes in.
Inside, outside, mid-range, Brooks has the accuracy to make whatever look he gets work for him.
Durant down low, working on Thompson. Booker outside. Eason grabs the board.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And Green launches it from deep. And he was able to put it up in time, but it doesn't fall. And that does it for the first quarter. Rockets lead by 6. And will be... And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Rockets.
They've made a point to take what's given to them in the mid-range. The jumpers are falling for them so far.
You also have to admire how they've challenged the defense inside, getting a lot of points in the paint.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. Jalen Green is out there with Dylan Brooks. Then there's Amen Thompson. Then it's Tari Eason. And it's Şengün in at the 5 down low. Houston leading by 6. Now here's Green. He's got 6. Lobbed up there for Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
He's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
And as disappointing as the Suns' first-round exit was last year, RJ, this team, I think, still has a window open. How about you?
Yeah, Kevin, I've often said it takes teams a second year. That first year is really the adjustment period for star players. The Suns core group had some growing pains in that first season, but look, this year, I think this is the year we're going to see the best version of the Phoenix Suns.
They set the pick. Booker on the move. And Thompson sends it back. Eason with it. Now Beal defending. Beal against Eason. And the dunk by Eason.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
And hammering down the two-hand slam. Booker inside. He's covered by Eason. Kicks it out to Booker. Back to Beal. This one for 3. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Beal's got himself on the board with 3 there.
So good from three-point line. Beal stretches out the defense.
Thompson surveying the floor. Pass to Şengün. Floats one up. He lays it in. And the Rockets lead by 7.
The floater is so tough to defend against. Nothing defenders can really do but shake their heads.
Booker with it. 6 points for him. To the middle. And it's Durant missing. Houston leading by 7. Outside, Green. Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
And Alperen Şengün continues to prove himself, RJ, as one of the game's most promising big men.
A lot of it is because of his passing ability, Kevin. Shades of Nikola Jokic out there. Having a big man who can distribute like Şengün is a real luxury.
Durant kicks to Booker. 5 on the clock. KD sets the pick for Booker. Strong finish inside from Booker.
Ooh, Booker showing some power.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Green against Booker. On the wing, Brooks. Offline with his 3. And so Booker will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. 8-point game. To the left side wing. Durant against Eason. From deep three-point land. The Rockets pull it in. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
Assisted by
Eason's got the lead up to 10 now for Houston. Booker against Brooks. Stolen by Thompson. Inside, Şengün, and Şengün throws it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Beal drives in. The putback. It's rebounded by Şengün. Rockets leading by 12. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Brooks against KD. Brooks outside. 6 to shoot. And it's Green slamming it down.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Here's Martin. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And so it's Houston enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Alperen Şengün has been sensational.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half. And he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
He has been aggressive, getting into the painted areas seemingly at will and wreaking absolute havoc on the defense.
Grayson Allen is out there with Tyus Jones. Then there's Plumlee. Then there's Cody Martin. And it's Bull in at the 4 slot. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Van Vliet finds Adams. Back to Van Vliet. Pulls up on the wing. Up again. And Jones pulls it down. Suns trail by 12. Driving in. It's hauled in by Adams. For Houston, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. RJ, the Rockets don't just have young talent. They have elite young talent.
Yeah, you can have all the high draft picks in the world. That doesn't mean you're going to hit on the right guys. But Houston, they certainly have.
Martin with the screen for Bull. To the middle. Here's the teardrop. Allen passes to Bull. Outside, Jones. Again, the miss by Jones. Rockets leading by 14. Green with the ball. And Allen picks him up defensively. Allen against Green. And Vliet on the wing to the inside. And then Smith with the dunk.
And guys, we're going to see a lot of that from this young man. Smith right now, beasting.
Jones dishes to Plumlee. Jones the pass to Bull. Martin with a screen on Green. Pass to Martin. Here's Bull. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
A towering presence that is Bull. Good at staying active and going after those offensive rebounds.
And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Phoenix grabs the miss. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. That one misses for Jones.
One shot.
Suns trail by 14. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Bol with it, working on Green. Bol, that's good.
Yeah, inside Bol, he does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Smith sets the pick for Van Vliet. Puts up a three. Smith with the basket on the assist from Van Vliet. Smith's got 5.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal. Yeah, he was able to sneak it to the rim. Had enough room to get just like an easy layup.
And Van Vliet, not the same scorer he once was, Richard, but he has improved his playmaking.
And that's the adjustment that Van Vliet needed to make. The scoring doesn't always have to be there for him. But if he can set up, facilitate, and be a game manager, he'll find a large role.
There's the three. Bol against Green. At the teardrop, it'll go. The Rocket lead is cut to just 11 points in the basket from Bol.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Plenty of daylight on that shot. And the Rockets lead by 14.
And this is crucial to Whitmore's development, wanting to continue to improve as a scorer.
Plumlee with a screen on Green. Driving the lane. Bol back to Jones. And Adams sends it back.
Adams puts every ounce of energy into his defense. He's not out there to contest shots. He's out there to reject them.
And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
Pass to Green. Smith against Martin. Smith outside. Now Adams. And Adams with the slam.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
Jones from outside. And so it's the Houston Rockets with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll get right back to the action. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this one?
We talk a lot about playing for one another. Right there with the pass, he's demonstrated what it means to do exactly this.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And so in the game for the Rockets, we've got Green. With authority!
That is a monster finish.
Oh.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
They've played fantastic ball, and you can feel the hush that's come over this crowd.
Well, Richard, during his Washington days, Bradley Beal averaged 30 a game in back-to-back seasons.
Beal is such a strong guard, so not only can he beat you with his shooting stroke, but he can also play some bully ball.
First and foremost, Bradley Beal is a scorer. He's always working the angles, trying to find his next opening to attack, and it rarely takes him long.
Şengün with the screen for Green. Pass to Şengün. A three-pointer off the mark. Suns trail by 16. Poked loose. It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession. One minute now into this fourth quarter. Here is Durant. Good D by Thompson. Houston leading by 16. And Thompson slams it home.
Rocketing off the deck. Thompson showing that youthful exuberance.
Booker looking around. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
It goes on Dylan Brooks.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And coming in is a four-spacing two-guard. How impressive is it, RJ, that Devin Booker is holding down the point?
And it's not just the rate of assists. He's limiting his turnovers in great fashion, too, despite his high usage.
Lobbed up there for Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
All Booker needs is a little bit of room, and the moment he gets it, he pulls up.
Now Brooks, Green with a screen on Beal. Three-pointer, Brooks. They get it back. Just 5 to shoot. Thompson in the corner. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window there. There are nights where the shots just don't fall. Unfortunately, I know how that feels.
And here's Green outside. That one is good again. He's 6 straight from the floor with the basket.
Green has been locked in, really powering this offense.
Booker with it. Picked up by Thompson. And here's KD for 3. It's rebounded by Houston.
Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
Şengün passes to Thompson. Here's Green. Brooks finds Green. Here's Şengün. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Richards got his 7th rebound here tonight. Beal the pass to Booker. Back to Beal. A 3-ball. On the wing, Booker. Brooks covering. KD a screen on Easton. To the paint. And KD the bucket on the assist from Dunn.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Rockets.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought that their overall shot selection was better.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance from Amen Thompson.
And there's no question his defense set the tone for his team and gave them the rim protection they needed. Outstanding effort.
Pass to Şengün. Brooks feeling it out a bit. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. There's Beal with the 3, and a great assist by Booker as that one goes in.
Nice pass. Such a unique talent on both ends. That time, Booker showing us his vision.
And here is Green. Thompson sets the pick for Green. Down low, and Thompson throws it down.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
All road wins. They're just so sweet. They're just so sweet. You know why? Because they are so hard to come by.
No good there. Nice D from Brooks. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they control.
But eventually, I'll get there. I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it fake. Kinda like the view with the dice and me and top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the music. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
Rockets looking for answers.
Sports. Let's check out Minnesota's starting lineup. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard position. And for Phoenix, Booker and Beal are the talented backcourt. Nick Richards out there with Kevin Durant. And it's Dunn in at the 3. Count it. Good. Well, it's fair to say we can expect a bruising battle between these two, Grant.
Yeah, these are two teams that dare you to bring the ball at them. They both feast on the defensive side, so don't expect any scoring records broken in this one.
Here's Durant following the score by Minnesota. Outside Booker. 6 to shoot. And the three-pointer goes.
You have to honor Booker's range. This guy can get flowing from the three-point line.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Earlier, I spoke with Mike Budenholzer. He knows it'll be tough to score in the paint tonight. Gobert locks down the lane as well as anyone. He blocks shots, and then when you count up the numbers of shots he alters, you get a full picture of his dominance at the defensive end. Guys?
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Sends it home from three-point land.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Now here's Richards. It's rebounded by Anthony Edwards.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
All right, Doris, what's kind of an unsung stat you appreciate about the Suns lineup?
Wow, they are so gifted offensively. So I'd have to say very good at getting to the free throw line. That's important. Very good at baiting defenders and putting your opponent into the bonus. That's big. Attacking into coverage. They get to spend plenty of time at the free throw line, and so it's an underrated advantage, BA.
Now here's Beal, driving inside. Soft touch off the glass.
Boy, this guy's so springy from the two-guard position. Just incredible athleticism by Bradley Beal on the drive.
And Edwards slams it in.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce. Durant against McDaniels. Dunn outside. Knocked loose and stolen by Edwards. The 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Outside Booker. Pass to Dunn. Back to Booker. Outside Durant. Outside for Booker. Clock at 4. They get it back. Here's Richards. Back to Durant. Here's the 3. Randle pulls down the board.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Here's Gobert. Finished off the break.
How about the finish through contact by Rudy Gobert? Wow.
Booker surveying the floor.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Can't hit from in close. Minnesota leading by 4. Gobert with a screen on Beal. The 3, DiVincenzo. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
We always know this has been a strength of Rudy Gobert, getting the offensive window. Nicely done.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Now here's Richards. No points so far. Pass to Dunn. Outside for Booker. Durant against McDaniels. From the top of the key, nice shot by Durant.
There's such a calm about Kevin Durant, even under duress of the shot clock. My goodness gracious, this man is tough to rattle.
When you look at the career of Kevin Durant, he's had an amazing list of teammates, Grant.
Yeah, that's true, BA. And it started with Westbrook and Harden. Then he had Steph, Clay, and Dre, Kyrie, and then Booker and Beal. That is quite the list.
Now here's Booker. Fires from deep. Durant, no good. And here's Minnesota now. They're on a 12-4 run. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. 44 seconds left in the first quarter here. Here's Booker. Somehow scores the layup in traffic. Booker's got 5 now.
But inside against good defense, Booker with a nice adjustment takes care of business.
The drive by DiVincenzo. And that one's good.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Booker against Edwards. Durant with a screen on Edwards. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Durant against McDaniels. The kick to Durant. Shot clock at 5. Launches it. Yes! And it's Booker with the setup. Durant's gotten his second bucket.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Well, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. It's Minnesota up by 4. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
They've been in rhythm from the in-between area, just keeping things simple and taking what the D gives them.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
Booker and Beal are the talented backcourt. Kevin Durant is out there with Nick Richards, and it's done in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Nice shot by DiVincenzo.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
Beal surveying the D. Shot from inside. McDaniels with the rebound.
More often than not, he'll cash it in from that area. The defense might have done just enough to bother him.
The Suns trail by 5, and it really feels like the chemistry of this Timberwolves team has taken a step forward.
And B.A., you know this. Winning always enhances that energy and chemistry. But beyond that, this is a roster full of players that have had individual success, and now they're hungry and thirsty for team success, because that's the true measure.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, Brian, a lot of teams are staying clear of that dreaded second apron of the luxury tax, but the Suns, they blew right past it, adding Bradley Beal to create a star trio. Kevin Durant said, quote, "That's what you're supposed to do. It's about swinging for the fences every year. They're looking to go the distance."
Every year, you're right. Talent is there, Allie. And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, Anthony Edwards thinks this game is a dunk contest. Go ahead, young sir. What a finish.
Here's Durant. Up again. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
The effort, the position, the timing, all there.
And add instincts to that. He can sense where the rebound's going to go. Randall on the screen. DiVincenzo with it. Durant covering. And there's the foul. It'll go on Julius Randle. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Durant looking around over McDaniels. Durant, no good.
Boy, a miss like that would drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
A deep 3. And it's Phoenix with a rebound. Richards has got his 4th rebound in this one. Gobert passes to Edwards. This one for 3. Edwards on target.
Edwards, such an explosive scorer. You don't want to concede that three-point shot. Boy, that's going to make him feel good.
Edwards against Booker. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. Well, Grant, if you talk about consistent top-level scores, Devin Booker is near the top of that list.
Yeah, and going back to the 17-18 season, Devin has averaged at least 25 points every year. Book can create his own shot and finish. It's hard finding guys who can do both.
Outside, DiVincenzo. Fires the 3. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Back to Beal. It's blocked by Gobert.
Boy, whenever Gobert is out there, he will make you think about shooting near the rim. This guy's such a good shot blocker.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. 4 on the clock. Unloads. And once again, off the mark by Phoenix. The Timberwolves lead by 6. And here's Edwards outside. Oh, Beal picks his pocket. And now the Suns fast break. Drains it. Now he's 3 for 5.
It matters not half court or in transition. Bradley Beal always a threat.
Randall on the screen. McDaniels passes to Randall. Three-pointer. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
Booker, the pass to Durant. Booker, no good. He got it. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. Doris, you look at the tools McDaniels has on defense. He can be special.
He can. There's incredible length, the reach, the strength. McDaniels very much able to be a shutdown defender against the best offensive players in the game.
There's 38 seconds left to play in the half. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Anthony Edwards has got his rhythm, and he's got a well-rounded offensive game. Look out.
Looking to win the run. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Outside McDaniels. Edwards for 3. Ooh, a misfire there. He's made 5. He's missed 5. Knocked away. DiVincenzo with a steal.
And not often we get treated to a solo alley-oop.
Takes precision timing for sure. Pass to Beal. From outside the arc. Yes! And it's Booker with the setup. Beal's got 7 points for the quarter. The 3, DiVincenzo. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's Minnesota ending the quarter up 10. They've been lights out from deep, and it's a big reason why they have a lead in this one. We'll be right back after this word. And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books. One half to go. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
I love how effortlessly he scored. The game just comes so easy for him.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. Miller is out there with Naz Reid. Then there's Mike Conley. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Minot in at the small forward. Clock is at 3. And they get it back. Oh, and Reid with a block. Outside, Alexander-Walker. And Doris, some use the term stocks to add up steals and blocks. Chet Holmgren and Victor Wembanyama stocks are through the roof.
Well, in fact, since the turn of the century, only 5 rookies ever have averaged over 3, quote, stocks per game. Victor and Chet are both on that list. And listen, if you're a passionate NBA fan, you are so excited about these 2 young men. The size and the skill and the eye-popping things they're doing on a nightly basis. NBA is in good hands.
Alexander-Walker with it. Picked up by Allen. To the paint. The lob. Very well done. And the Timberwolves lead by 11.
Well, if you want to pinpoint one thing about Mike Conley, it's his feel for the game. That's a pretty pass.
Jones' shot is good.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Outside, Alexander-Walker. Conley against Jones. Outside Conley. Three-pointer, no good. The Suns have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Jones, the pass to Bull. Martin outside. There's a screen by Bull. Martin finds Bull. Outside Jones. Lets the three fly. And he can't get that one.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Outside Reed. Connects from downtown. Reed's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Doris, in terms of assist-to-turnover ratio, Tyus Jones normally leads the league.
B.A., this guy is such a steady hand at the lead guard position. Tyus always makes excellent decisions, plays within himself, and plays mistake-free basketball.
And the foul called on Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
Bull against Miller. Allen outside. Clock at 6. Takes the 3. Reed with the rebound. The Timberwolves lead by 10. Here's Alexander Walker. And a miss there on the triple. Phoenix has got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. Jones drives in. Uses the glass on the layup. Jones has got 7 points in the game.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup. Nicely done.
Conley looking for an opening. Minnesota again missing. And so it's Jones who brings up the ball for the Suns. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points.
Third team foul.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. Jones against Conley. Outside Bull. Puts up a 3. And Conley grabs the miss. Minnesota has gone just 1 of 6 from long distance here in the third. The shots just aren't falling. Here's Mina. Misses the 3.
Timberwolves foul. Miller.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Minnesota.
Their offensive game plan has been simple. Look to shoot it often from outside the arc. And the results have been outstanding.
Also, I just love how hard they've taken the ball to the rack. They've made a point of attacking, and it's led to them getting buckets.
From deep, Conley. Minnesota again missing. Suns trail by 7. Martin, the pass to Bull. It's rebounded by Minnesota. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Miller, a screen on Jones. Miller, left side. Jones against Conley. Reed sets a screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To win the cold spell. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Plumlee's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Allen, pass to Jones. Phoenix no good that time either. And he lays in the alley-oop pass. And the Timberwolves lead by 9.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's...
And so it's Minnesota. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. The flow of the game has favored them in general. But hey, the tide can shift. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. Booker and Beal are the talented backcourt. Nick Richards out there with Kevin Durant, and it's done in at the 3 slot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Edwards a screen on Booker. DiVincenzo, the pass to Edwards. There's the triple, and he's now 6 for 11 after that one.
Doesn't matter where on the floor Anthony Edwards is. That shot mechanic's so pretty, so fluid.
Durant against McDaniels. Nice shot by Durant. Minnesota leading by 10. A few possessions into the 4th, just over a minute played.
Goodness, Anthony Edwards, always on the attack. This guy is just so dynamic.
Durant with a screen on DiVincenzo. Beal. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
First personal foul.
It's on Dante DiVincenzo, and the first one at the line is good.
At the line for Phoenix, Bradley Beal.
And Beal drops them both.
Well, Bradley Beal is the epitome of being a triple threat. He can drive it, pass it, shoot it. The complete package on the offensive end, that defines Bradley Beal.
McDaniels passes to DiVincenzo. There's the 3. Bradley Beal with a rebound. Suns trail by 10. Pass to Richards. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for 2.
That free throw no good. And he sinks the second. Minnesota leading by 9. DiVincenzo with a screen on Beal. They get it again. Pass to Edwards. Outside, DiVincenzo. Back to Edwards. Shoots over Beal. Edwards, no good.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from if you want to command the defender's respect.
Oh, you can't let Booker get that close.
Putting up points is what Devin Booker does best, and right now he is showing out.
McDaniels from long range. Minnesota again missing. For Phoenix, they've gone a perfect 3 for 3 here in the 4th. Durant for 3. Randall pulls down the board. Randall's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? For 3, Booker. Oh, yeah. Booker dialing long distance.
They set him up. Booker's going to knock it down. Great execution there.
Booker against DiVincenzo.
2 minutes.
Edwards a screen on Booker. Pass to Edwards. Fires the 3. Richards pulls it in. Richards has got 7 rebounds in the game. Beal with it. He's picked up by Edwards. Beal to pass to Booker. Outside Durant. 1:35 left in the 4th quarter. The Suns need to get off a shot. Oh, rejected by McDaniels. The shot by Dunn, no good. The Timberwolves lead by 6. DiVincenzo, pass to Gobert. Outside, DiVincenzo. Fires for 3. He's got it. 6 of 10 now.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
Richards with a screen. Booker fires from way outside. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Personal foul.
Rudy Gobert picks one up.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Nick Richards. 2 shots.
And he ends up making the second. And that brings him with an 8.
And this is the problem with playing from behind. Missing freebies takes on greater importance.
And Edwards, here we go.
And the clock will wind down on this one. Just a solid effort and a good win for the Timberwolves.
Well, they were focused on being productive at the arc tonight.
And it ended up paying off big time. Just an overwhelming performance.
And even even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Anthony Edwards.
No doubt he came to play tonight. This guy has been aggressive and effective.
And now the T-Wolves on the break. Edwards for three. Richards pulls it in.
And you know they're extremely disappointed right now. I mean, this one getting away from them.
Well, they definitely have some things to work out, and you'd love to see them finish this game the right way. Well, more and more you see big men working on the outside shot, and this guy has one of the better ones in the league.
DiVincenzo pass to Randall. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's foul number 2 for him.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
Edwards against Beal. Oh, Beal picks his pocket.
Really poor pass there, guys, and the D did a great job capitalizing off the mistake.
So it's a narrow victory for the Timberwolves. All right, Allie, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Doris.
after break, this might seem like a potential blowout, but anything can happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Julius Randle is out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard. Now Edwards. After Jalen Green's three-pointer that didn't go.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Dylan Brooks. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Houston on D. Edwards kicks to McDaniels. To the right side. Randle passes to Gobert. Over Brooks. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Gobert's got the first basket of the game for the Timberwolves.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. And Thompson kicks to Green. 5 to shoot. And he uses the glass on the layup.
With his athleticism, Green plays a lot bigger than his listed 6'4" height.
DiVincenzo against Green. Puts up a deep three. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Pass to Şengün. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
Now here's Randle. On the wing, DiVincenzo. There's the triple. Thompson with the rebound.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Pass to Şengün. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Yeah, it's always nice to see him drop in a triple early in the game. That'll set him up for success the rest of the way.
Now, here's DiVincenzo. And here's Randle. Jacks up a three. It's rebounded by Şengün. Here's Eason. They get it back. Thompson. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Timing and athleticism. That's how Thompson won himself the second opportunity.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
I had a chance to talk with the head coach, Ime Udoka. The first thing Coach brought up, Rudy Gobert, the multiple-time Defensive Player of the Year. Worried about Rudy's length, of course, saying it causes total havoc around the rim. So the counter is lots of threes and avoiding Gobert in the lane. The French center still with a massive effect on the game plan. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks.
Personal foul.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's the only option.
Last year, Coach, as you know, the Timberwolves making it to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, that equaled their deepest run in team history, dropping that series to the Mavs. Minnesota has never been to the finals, one of 5 franchises who've yet to get there.
Here's Houston now. Right now, they're a 9-0 run. At the elbow, it's Şengün. Lets it go from deep. Buries the long-range jumper. Eason's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. DiVincenzo passes to Edwards. Sinks the three-pointer.
Well, this is why Edwards is a nightmare for defenses. He can drive right through you or pull you apart from range like this.
Now here's Green. Over Edwards. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert, but that time he just couldn't get it done. I don't know what the heck happened there. That's just a careless turnover.
And so Green will bring it up for the Rockets. From downtown, and another three for Houston.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
Brooks with no one around. Another shot. Şengün, no good.
Well, that's the look he wanted, but the defense doing just enough to impact that shot.
And stolen by Şengün. And Thompson throws it down.
He's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
Handle no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And so it's Houston, enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. Their defense has been... And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Rockets.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And they're making their own luck with how hard they're playing, forcing turnovers and turning that into offense.
Tari Eason is out there with Amen Thompson. Then it's Green. Then there's Dylan Brooks. And it's Şengün in at the 7. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Şengün with a screen on Edwards. Green finds Thompson. Back to Green. Lets it go from deep. It's good from long range. Green's got the lead up to 12 now for the Rockets.
And shots like this have to fire Green up. Big-time three there.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
Thompson against McDaniel. Pass to Eason. Shot clock at 5. Over Randall. Shot by Eason, no good. Timberwolves trail by 12. For 3, Edwards. Edwards shooting fearlessly from the arc. Well, Stan, as a former coach, I imagine it has to be hard for you to watch basketball as a fan.
Well, it is. It's very hard, almost impossible. I'm almost always watching from a coach's standpoint, an X and O standpoint. But I will say, even when I was standing on the sidelines, NBA players are so good that you have fan moments even while you're coaching.
It seems like every game we see something we've never seen before, right?
I can remember turning around to my assistants and saying, "Can you believe that?"
DiVincenzo can't hit it. Houston leading by 11. Here's Şengün. Gobert with the block.
And when Gobert is playing with this kind of aggression on that end, there aren't many better at defending.
That one drops for him. Thompson's got 8 points.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
A three-pointer is right on target.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
You know, Coach, what more can you ask? The reigning 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert.
Well, Kevin, since you asked, his impact in the playoffs hasn't always been the same as during the regular season. That's got to be the next step.
How about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball? And finished off by McDaniel.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for. Relentless effort creates the second chance opportunity.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony Edwards is figuring things out. He said there's levels. My first few years, I looked for my shot and nothing else. I've learned that I can't win without my teammates and that I have to throw them the ball too. It's a team game. I know that now. Kevin, I know it too, so I'm throwing it back to you.
And you're the best teammate we could have. Thank you, David. Houston needs to get a shot off. Shot by Eason, no good. And so Gobert will bring it up for Minnesota. They trail by 7. Edwards' shot is good.
Well, Edwards is such a strong player, skilled at absorbing contact and still finishing.
The drive by Green, and it's Green with the jam.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
And no doubt, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Green dishes to Brooks. Back to Green. Some nice passing there by Houston. Brooks feeling it out a bit. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Brooks has got his first 2 points.
You know what? Didn't find a very good shot on that possession, but still able to get 2 points.
DiVincenzo can't hit it. Thompson outside. It's stolen by Gobert. Pass to Randall. It's Edwards on the wing. Gobert. It's good on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Rockets lead by 5. And we'll be back with you right after this.
25.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You have to like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
On the court for Minnesota, Miller is out there with Naz Reid. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then it's Dillingham. And it's Minot in at the 3. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. Fred VanVleet picks one up. And Greg, talk about a guy who can create for himself. Dillingham can already score on elite defenders.
Yeah, and Kevin, a lot of that is his footwork. You can see the hours he's put into it. And then add in the body control and quickness. Good luck slowing this young man down.
Timberwolves trail by 3. There's the drive. Green with the block. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. VanVleet finds Smith. And a miss there on the triple. Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. It's stolen by Adams. Outside, Green. VanVleet wide open. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. VanVleet's got his first 3 points of the game.
And you have to appreciate the confidence. VanVleet wastes no time shooting the rock when he is in that groove.
Alexander-Walker. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. That's on Cam Whitmore.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a 3-point opportunity.
Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, I loved being around the game. And so 2 things happened that drove me into coaching. Number 1, I loved baseball and I couldn't hit one. So that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way. So if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way in your interest there.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps. Terrific story. Releases. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Van Vliet's got 5. Timberwolves trail by 3. Now Dillingham. He's got 5. Here's Alexander Walker. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Bounce pass from Whitmore. 6 on the shot clock. And the wide open shot from Green. Off target from three-point range. Timberwolves have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Pass to Dillingham. Back to Alexander Walker. He nails it, and we're tied up. 5 points in the game.
Well, with the height advantage that he has, he knew he could put it up over the top of the defender.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Now here's Van Vliet, guarded closely. And Adams kicks to Van Vliet. That one, no good. Good D by Miller. And so Miller will bring it up for the Timberwolves. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Houston's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Here's Whitmore, defended by Alexander Walker. Smith for 3. Reed with the rebound. Timberwolves have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Plays it up off the glass. Alexander Walker's got the lead up to 2 now for Minnesota.
Well, that's easy pickings for him. Unless the defense is all over him, he'll take that all day long.
Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniels said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." And Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report. For Minnesota, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. There's the pick. Back to Miller. From outside the arc. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Pass to Whitmore. Smith right side. Shoots over Reed. And it's Smith that time on the assist by Whitmore. And the Rockets lead by 2. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Houston on top, up by 2. And how about a look now at our assist to the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Yeah, it's pretty to watch. It's great to have so many big men in the NBA who can dish it like this.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Now brings Şengün out there with Tari Eason. Then there's Amen Thompson. Then there's Dylan Brooks. And it's Green in at the point. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Gobert with a screen for DiVincenzo. The three-pointer, no good. Rockets leading by 4. And here is Green. Pass to Thompson. Eason with it. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 4 rebounds in this game. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Here is Edwards. A 3-ball. Eason grabs the board. Eason's got 6 rebounds in the game. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Rockets.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And also, they continue to take advantage on the offensive glass. Those extra possessions paying off in second chance points.
Thompson passes to Şengün.
Come on.
And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Here's DiVincenzo. Randall kicks to McDaniels. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall.
A fantastic decision-making big. Randall with the right choice there, finding the open man.
Green taking his time here. Pass to Eason. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer. And the Rockets lead by 5. Edwards, a screen on Green. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc.
Yeah, he's just not himself right now. He's getting decent opportunities like this one, but just failing to convert.
Edwards kicks to DiVincenzo. From outside, off the mark.
His shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Green. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And here's Edwards from the arc. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
Well, we talk about ice in his veins a lot, but this guy personifies that. What a clutch shot.
Here's Green, and it's Green slapping it down.
No fear in the eyes of Green, willing and ready to take the big shot for his team.
Inside, and stolen by Eason. Green, the pass to Thompson. Basket counts, and now a 6-point Rocket lead.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. And he gets it back. Over in the corner, McDaniels. Edwards with the screen for McDaniel. An absolute bomb from 3-point range.
3 points.
McDaniel's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Timberwolves. Green against Edwards. They kick it out to Green. Pass to Şengün. 4 on the shot clock. Goes up to the stripe. It falls!
Solid job of moving the ball by Green, setting up a teammate.
And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Brooks grabs the board.
Well, I've been here before. You're looking to get back in the game, but desperation threes are not the way to do it.
Launches a 3, and he's good on the 3-ball. And the Rockets lead by 8.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Kept alive. And Thompson kicks to Şengün. Takes a 3. DiVincenzo with the rebound. So we see the Rockets get the win here. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
But eventually, I'll get there. I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the beer. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
Defense looking for answers.
of their action runs through the front court.
You're exactly right, B.A., and I think that's where the game's going to ultimately be decided. I mean, we have to see which set of these bigs is going to impose their will, not just offensively, but defensively, too.
Now let's take a look at Phoenix's opening lineup. Booker and Beal are the talented backcourt. Nick Richards out there with Kevin Durant, and it's Dunn in at the small forward. Now here's Booker. Durant with a screen on Brooks. Booker, the pass to Durant. Can't get it to fall. And it's Houston's ball. It's a three-point game. Brooks finds Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
Jalen Green has some serious hop. Yes, he does.
Booker against Brooks. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Green. He's got 5. Up and in on the layup. Green's got 7 points.
Showing off his inside game, which will complement Green's game on the outside. It'll force defenders to have to guard him in different places on the floor.
Ooh, Thompson with the block. Beal surveying the D. Shot clock at 6. 4-3. It's hauled in by Houston.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
And Grant, you look at the Rockets' additions over the last year or two. There's an emphasis on toughness.
Yeah, toughness, both physical and mental. Those are the kinds of veterans they've brought in. And that extends, of course, to the coaching staff, too.
So it's the Rockets now. The Suns getting their last shot to go. Thompson outside. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Thompson's vertical is impressive. I love seeing this young guard rise up and throw it down.
Here's Booker. Ooh, he's looking comfortable now. 3 for 3.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Green. He's got 7. Pass to Şengün. Green in the post. Booker defending. And it's hammered home by Green.
I'll tell you, he is so tough to keep down once he gets near that rim.
Yeah, he can get up even a few notches higher.
Well, and that's exactly how the game is played in the paint inside, guys. I mean, if you can play over the top, I think you've got a big advantage.
Houston leading by 5. Eason finds Şengün. The three-pointer off the mark.
Defensively, you pick your poison. That time, they gambled off the right guy.
Richards with a screen. The kick to Durant. The 3 sinks the tray.
Well, Durant looks close to automatic. I mean, he does not second guess or hesitate at all his shot selection.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, Kevin Durant steadily climbing up the top 10 of the all-time scoring list. He said, I've been in the league for half of my life now. It's a blessing to be playing on this platform and doing what I love to do. I just want to continue to keep putting in good work and keep adding to what I already did.
One of the greats, Allie. Thank you. Here's Booker after the Rockets picked up a basket a moment ago. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
It's the ball.
Houston has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Green, the pass to Brooks. There's 45 seconds left in the first quarter. And he gets that one.
A throwback wing. Dylan Brooks is very comfortable working down low.
Booker attacking. Pulls up. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. Booker's got 8 points.
He's hard to stop when given any room to operate at all.
Outside, Green. Pass to Brooks. Şengün, a screen on Beal. Shoots. Phoenix grabs the miss.
Well, I cannot believe he didn't capitalize there, and neither can he.
Oh, Brooks with the steal. And so it's Jalen Green making highlights for Houston. 11 points in the quarter. He's... Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Rockets.
I really like how they're knifing inside with confidence, exploiting any openings they see in the defense, taking advantage.
Another area they've excelled in is the points in the paint. They've been able to gouge the interior defense so far in this one.
Thompson out there with Tari Eason. Then there's Alperen Şengün. Then it's Jalen Green, and it's Brooks in at the 2. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. And it's Thompson that time on the assist by Green.
Love the control there from Thompson. I mean, showing poise on the pick and roll.
Here's Booker. It's not going to go for him. Nice D from Thompson. Houston leading by 4. Eason finds Brooks. The offensive rebound. Pass to Eason. Just 5 on the clock. The 3 is up. Buries it from 3. Eason's got his first 3 points of the game.
His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
Booker with it. Now Thompson defending. Durant for 3. Eason pulls it in. Houston has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
That's unreal. I mean, Thompson, that was going to hit his head on the rim one day. Oh.
Can they get it? Booker. It's deflected. Brooks outside. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Oh, Amen Thompson. Incredible verticality.
And he lobs it up to the rim. Oh, it's stolen by Eason. On the wing, Green. Launches a 3. The Suns clear it. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Here's Booker. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play. Well, when you look at the forwards in this league, there are a lot more Grant Hill types out there these days, partner.
Well, thank you for the nice words, B.A. Of course, I took pride in my overall game. And over the last few decades or so, we've seen a bunch of guys playing the 3, 4, and 5 who can pass, dribble, and shoot. So it's fun to watch the game evolve.
Brooks outside. Shot clock at 3. From deep 3-point land. Out to Thompson. Back to Eason. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Eason's got 5 points now this quarter.
Already an intelligent playmaker, Thompson moves the ball well for a rookie.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
Pass to Şengün. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
That's simply an outstanding play, working the size mismatch right at the rim.
The NBA becoming more and more global, Clark. Şengün, a perfect example of that.
Yeah, Alperen Şengün out of Turkey. Right now on the fast track to being the best player to ever come out of his homeland. So still very young, but boy, his future is quite bright.
Durant with a screen on Green. Beal's shot is off. And the Rockets with possession. They're on a 14-2 run here. Green, the pass to Şengün. Beyond the arc. Drains the triple. Şengün's got 6.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Yeah, you expect tremendous effort from a scorer like Booker, but it's still impressive to see him delivering.
Pass to Green. Thompson, a screen on Booker. Out to Thompson. Brooks outside. The three ball. And the Rockets hit again from deep.
And he's much more comfortable shooting off a pass. Brooks with a nice shot.
Outside Durant. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's going to be on him in Thompson. These are his first free throws of the game.
Guys, I thought he got into a groove last year at the charity stripe, and I thought he maintained it deep into the season as well. Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock him down from the line.
Screen by Eason. Booker against Green. From behind the arc. Richards pulls it in. Suns trail by 16. Booker surveying the D. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
The quickness from Booker makes him hard to defend inside.
And these will be his second and third shots at the line here. Both teams will make substitutions. He's perfect from the line this time. 11 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Van Vliet. From deep. And so it's the Houston Rockets. A sizable lead of 14 at the break. And they've done well in limiting Durant's production, making him uncomfortable and getting him out of rhythm. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Boy, we're seeing a tremendous game from Devin Booker.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Kicking off the second half, here's Mike Budenholzer's 5. Bull out there with Mason Plumlee. Then there's Devin Booker. Then there's Cody Martin. And it's Allen in at the shooting guard position. Suns trail by 12. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Bull's got his second basket.
Not too many can match up with Bull in close.
Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
Phoenix making a switch here. Jones is checked in. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, the Suns are going for it. All-star guard Devin Booker said everybody here is on the same page. We're in win-now mode. We want excellence. We know it's not going to be easy, but when you give up that much, we're trying to win this year and years to come. Brian, this front office has been aggressive.
They are all in, Allie. Thank you.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
The Rockets lead by 8. Outside Whitmore. Outside Green. 6 on the shot clock. Fires it. The Rockets again can't hit.
The defensive breakdown gives him a wide open look, but he can't take advantage.
Here's Allen. And he banks in the layup. Allen's gotten his first points in this one.
They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
Smith with a screen on Jones. Smith outside. Van Vliet against Jones. Here's Smith. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
First personal foul.
And this kind of cunning is what Smith needs in the league. Putting the defender off balance with a pump fake.
Smith hits them both. And here's Jones. Yet to see a basket. Over to the left wing. Plumlee a screen. Martin right side. Clock at 6. Plumlee a screen on Smith. Martin takes it in. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's going to go on Cam Whitmore. Phoenix shooting their 6th and 7th free throw shots in the game. No good on the free throw.
2 shots.
He's off on the second. The Rockets lead by 8. Van Vliet scanning the floor. Adams with a screen on Jones. Here's Van Vliet. And he makes it.
Keeping the game simple. Van Vliet just working the defense and taking what he sees there.
Cole, a screen on Van Vliet.
Rockets foul. Jeff Green. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Right around 3 minutes into this second half. And Allen gets it to go.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Jones against Van Vliet. Green with a screen on Jones. Van Vliet, the pass to Adams. Outside Whitmore. 5 to shoot. Tries it from 16. Good as the jump shot falls. And the Rockets lead by 9.
Nice job to recognize the lack of D in that medium range area.
Cole, screen on Van Vliet. Jones against Van Vliet. Jones, the pass to Bowl. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones. Bowles got 6 points.
Really good screen that time. Then Bowl with the quick roll.
Jones against Van Vliet. And here's Green from the arc. Oh, they get a hand on it. Adams, the pass to Green. Allen attacking. That one goes in. And now just a 5-point Rocket lead.
They're being put to the test, and he's doing everything he can to keep them in this game.
Smith with a screen on Jones. And it's Bull with the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
Ooh, stolen by Allen.
Great reflexes to get a hand on that pass and go the other way with it.
Jones, the pass to Allen. Back to Jones. We've got 22 seconds left in the third. Just 5 to shoot. The Suns need to get off a shot. Here's Martin. No good on the 3. Now here's Whitmore, defended by Jones. On the wing, Green. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. The third quarter comes to a close. Rockets. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Tari Eason is out there with Amin Thompson. Then it's Dylan Brooks. Then there's Alperon Şengün. And it's Green in at the point guard position. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets.
There's something that is great about Booker. He doesn't take all outside shots. I mean, Devin can score it inside, too.
And that one's good for Brooks.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Booker can't get it to go. Houston leading by 7. Pass to Şengün. Now here's Easton. Brooks outside. shoots over Booker. Second shot opportunity. Eason, good. And the Rockets lead by 9.
Oh, beating everyone to the ball. Great activity on the offensive glass.
Here's Booker. Down outside. Doesn't go for him. Eason with some nice D. For Houston, they've gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. Green against Booker. Three-pointer. And it's Phoenix with a rebound. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Durant against Thompson. Durant, pass to Richards. Outside for Booker. Thompson with the block.
Decent reach and solid instincts, allowing Thompson to get a hand on it.
On target from range. And now a 12-point Rocket lead. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Houston.
You have to like what you've seen from them defensively. They've done well contesting shots and have managed to come away with some blocks too.
They've been pounding any miss on the glass and cashing in on the offensive boards. I've been impressed with that aspect of their game.
Here's Durant. Oh, Durant playing big in the paint.
Durant with tremendous touch. He's just a natural scorer.
Booker against Green.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Puts it up from 15. That one doesn't go. He's now 5 for 9 in this one. And so it's Booker with it. He brings it up for the Suns. Trailing by 8. Green with the ball. Richards picks him up. Eason, good.
An underrated part of Green's game is the ability to see the floor and make his teammates better.
Booker against Brooks. Shoots. Up top, Beal. Pass to Durant. From the arc. It's hauled in by Houston. Sengun's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Durant, pass to Booker. Durant against Thompson. Fires the 3. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
And this is a game they can build on.
Oh, man. Whoa. Punch, that was.
Bad intentions.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Dunn outside. Durant with a screen on Eason. Here's Dunn. Eason with some nice D.
I think he wants that one back. I mean, he knows he's capable of better.
Brooks finds Sengun. From deep three-point land. That shot off. So it's Phoenix now. A 12-point game. Booker, pass to Richards. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. There's 31 seconds left in the game. Outside, Green. Brooks a screen on Booker. Brooks left side. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Yeah, just showcasing his athleticism. When Brooks gets open space around the rim, he looks to throw it down with authority.
Kevin Durant.
So it's Houston winning this one. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with